and welcome to my channel. I'm Catalina Francesca and this is Kaleidoscope Cat. I'm doing the hashtag TarotTubers A to Z or A to Z, I guess but that's the British pronunciation and I'm American, so I'm going to say A to Z. Yeah, so I'm going to be going through A to Z and telling you stuff about myself. Also, if you notice that there is no longer any chair creaking and I'm moving around a little bit, it's because I finally fixed my desk space so that I can have my exercise ball to sit on, which is what I used when I was at school the whole time, and I love it. Yeah, so, and I can bounce a little bit, which is really lovely. Anyways, let's just get right into the tag. So for A is for age. I am 22 years old. B is for book fave. My favorite book is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I freaking love this book. It's amazing. Yeah. C is for career you wanted as a kid and what it is now. When I was in the 5th grade, and I remember this because they like filmed asking us and then played it at our 5th grade graduation. When I was in 5th grade, I wanted to be a copy editor. Because even then I loved correcting people's grammar, and I still do. I just find it fun. Let's see, what other things? When I was 16, I decided that I wanted to be a nurse, because I wanted to work at this particular hospital, here in Seattle. And, yeah, and, nursing was not really a great fit for me, but I am actually currently looking for, I do not currently have a job, but I am currently looking for a job at that hospital, in more of an administrative role. D, dream. My dream is to have kids, and also to possibly at some point get some of my writing published. E, essential item. My phone and my meds. If I don't have either of those things, I get pretty freaked out. I've forgotten my meds actually more than I've forgotten my phone, and that is somewhat less disastrous. It just means that I'm, in more pain the next day because I have chronic pain. Anyways, F is for favorite RWS deck, and I wasn't sure if that meant favorite, like, RWS, like, actual, like, favorite printing of the RWS deck, or favorite clone, or favorite RWS style deck. So I have a couple. This is the little bag that I put Pixie's initials on both sides of, for for my copy of the Rider-Waite-Smith, or the Waite-Smith Borderless edition, which I find really makes the cards like sing, I think. And this is the one that I use when I'm doing my writing. And that is actually what this little stack is for. It's some cards that I pulled out for some characters that I'm writing about. For RWS clone type deck, I really love the Tarot of the Cloisters. And I apologize if any of these are like super turned around, but shockingly not so much. Oh no, there's one. Anyways, it's my favorite RWS clone. I mean, it's not like it's not like the absolute closest clone that exists out there, but it's pretty much exactly the RWS art, just in the style of like stained glass windows. So I feel like that counts. And then my favorite deck that's sort of in the RWS lineage or tradition is my Anna K Tarot, which I love. This is one of the first 5 decks that I got. Yeah, so that's one of my favorites. G is for gold or silver. Silver, definitely. If you have not noticed, most of my jewelry is silver. I am currently actually wearing some gold Ankh earrings. I wish they were silver. I really do. Silver is decidedly my preference. Yeah. Height. I am 5'3". I is for ideal day. My ideal day would be an entire day spent at Powell's City of Books in Portland, Oregon, with an unlimited budget. Yeah, I can go a bit crazy at Powell's. Yeah, but just a whole day spent at Powell's sounds freaking amazing. And yeah, I usually limit myself to like 2 or 3 books. And they do actually sell tarot decks there. Not tons, but they actually have a pretty decent tarot book section. And like witchcraft and magic section as well. So, but my favorite section there is the YA section, which is like my stuff. J is for funniest joke. I'm not sure if I'll be able to tell this very well, but this is my favorite joke. And it's one that I think is really funny, but I'm also a Catholic, so I have the like required background knowledge. I mean, it's possible to have the required background knowledge even if you're not Catholic, but anyways, a Dominican, a Franciscan, and a Jesuit were friends and went out golfing together, and they play through a few of the holes, and then they come to this group where there's just like wild swinging of golf clubs, balls going everywhere, and they're like, and an attendant comes over and is like, and they ask, like, can we play through? And he says, definitely not. This is the Blind Golfing Association. It is not safe to play through. And the Franciscan goes like, wow, this is amazing, like that there's this blind golfing association, even the blind can play golf and can enjoy being in the outdoors and spending time in nature. And the Franciscan says, like, wow, this is fantastic. I'm gonna talk about this in my next homily, about how amazing this is, that there's this blind golfing association, and even the blind can enjoy playing golf with their friends. And the Jesuit looks at the blind golfers, looks at the other two priests, looks at the golf course attendant, and says, can't they play at night? Anyways, so that is my favorite joke. That has been my favorite joke for, like my whole life. I think I've always known that joke. I don't think I've ever actually managed to tell it all the way through without laughing, though, so yay me. K is for kids. I do not have any. I'm only 22. I want some, quite badly. L is for living arrangement. I live with my family. I live with my parents and my younger sister, and I love it. I'm so glad that I'm home again. I was away at college last excuse me. I was away at college the last 4.5 years actually, and I'm just really, really glad that I can be home, and live with my family. M is for Marseille Deck fave. I do not have any Marseille decks, so I have nothing to show you for that. N is for nicknames. I mean, Cat is a nickname. That was my nickname when I was in 5th grade. And then my nickname from camp is KJ. And my dad calls me Pumpkin, and my mom calls me Kathy Lean. Yeah, my sister does not have a nickname for me, which is sad. I love nicknames. O is favorite oracle. I have 2 because I couldn't really pick one, because one of these is not the most oracle-y, and it's the Soul's Journey lesson cards. These are backs. So yeah, I really like these ones. I love the art on them. I really love the affirmations on them. I think that those are super lovely. I can accomplish what I set my mind to for discipline with this sort of quilt looking one. I think is super appropriate. I think that the artwork has actually been chosen really nicely to match the keywords. The other one that is a fave, this is a much more recent acquisition, is the Empathic Oracle by Michelle Motuzes and Steve Wilson. So that's the backs, and then it looks to me like she drew these on black paper, possibly in colored pencil. I'm not entirely sure. But I think that these are really beautiful. What? How is that upside down? Yeah, I just think that these are really beautiful. Let's see. Oracle P is for what are you passionate about? I am passionate about my writing. I write like YA and romance, modern fantasy, and I also write fan fiction. Mostly Game of Thrones fan fiction, even though I've never actually read the books, nor have I fully seen the TV series. A lot of my Game of Thrones knowledge actually comes from reading other fan fictions and then like double checking the like Game of Thrones wiki when I am writing if I'm planning on using the information. Yesterday I actually so I do these things called writing sprints, which is where basically I set a timer for myself for 5 minutes and then just write as many words as I possibly can in those 5 minutes, and that is an incredibly helpful tool for because I also do this challenge to write 1,000 words a day. It's called the 365K 365 Days Challenge. So I do that, and words. So writing sprints are a great way to help out with that, because it's much faster when I do writing sprints. And anyways, yesterday I paused my timer in the middle of a sprint to look up whether a particular character's doublet in Game of Thrones list up or down the front. So that was a grand moment. I did actually manage to find a good picture that gave me the information I needed, but it took some searching. Anyways. Oh gosh. Q is for quote, and I don't think I have one. Yeah, gosh. Well, okay, the thing that's actually coming to mind is from the first Harry Potter book, where Dumbledore says it takes a great deal of courage to stand up to our enemies, but a great deal more to stand up to our friends. Which I have always found quite encouraging. R is for relationship status. I am currently single. Single and interested in finding someone. S is for season. My favorite season is definitely spring, because spring is when Easter happens, and Easter is my favorite holiday of the whole year. Also Lent is my favorite liturgical season. But Easter is my favorite holiday. I was actually born on Easter. I was born on a nice stormy Easter morning. T, tarot first and last. My first tarot deck, the deck that I really consider as my first tarot deck, is the Shadowscapes Tarot, which I still absolutely adore. This is the backs. I haven't actually used it in a while. yeah, I found the art. I think I found the art before I got the deck, and the art is why I got the deck, and I love it. I know a lot of people say that it's like really difficult to see. I don't know, I guess this is the advantage of being young and having good eyes. I have never had an issue with that. And as in most recent deck that I got is the Mary L Tarot, which I'm sure you all have seen at least, and probably have. But I was doing some shadow work with this deck last night. Oh yeah, nudity alert, sorry. And so the majors are separated out. Because I use the Tarot Shadow Work book by Christina Jetty, which has you do spreads with just the majors. So let's see. U is for upsets you the most. Just injustice. But I mean, like, human rights violations. But this is kind of like a small thing, but like something that really ticks me off is when people, this is gonna sound kind of stupid, but when people are really against animal testing for medical reasons. Both I and my younger sister have genetic disorders, and there's not any sort of cure for either one of them. But for the thing that my sister has, there's actually a pig model for it. There are rat models that are not the most accurate. The pig model is actually a better fit. But it just infuriates me when people talk about animal testing like it's this great evil, when it, like, I mean, for medications, like, should we just go straight to testing on humans without knowing anything about what the possible side effects might be? That's the sort of thing that really pisses me off. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit upset just talking about it. I mean, also, Trump. I hate to bring that up, but, like, I wish something would happen to him. Something unpleasant. Oh shit, I didn't check for this. Vlog, which I'm most proud of and which is the most popular. I think the thing that I'm most proud of actually is my my tarot meditations series, which I need to get back into writing and recording. But those ones I'm quite proud of, and I'm not sure which is my most popular video. Yeah, sorry about that. W is for weakness. Probably food, like chocolate. I have a huge weakness for chocolate, but also for savory things, but mostly for chocolate and sweets. X is for X-rated, something naughty you've done. It's over there. It's across the room. But I am not a particularly naughty person, I guess. I think one of the worst things I've done is like accidentally steal a hair tie. Legitimately, that is like one of the worst things I've done, I think. It's one of those cool hair ties that sort of coils around. Anyways, I really like it, but it does make me feel a little bit guilty every time I use it. And another, I guess another like sort of naughty thing that I've done is just drinking in general, because it messes with my medications. Y is for Yesteryear, my favorite year so far, and why. I'm gonna say the 2018-2019 school year, because that year I was living with my best friend. We were roommates, and it was academics wise, it was not my favorite year ever, but overall it was a pretty great year for me and Freddie. Freddie short for Angela. And then Z is Zen. What do you do to relax and stay calm? I watch ASMR videos, actually. I think that I'm quite glad, actually, that it's gotten so popular. I totally thought that it was something that only I experienced, and I'm quite glad to know that it's not. So my favorite ASMR person is the channel Luninate, she's a Reiki master teacher, actually, and she words, Kathleen. She does these Reiki by proxy videos that I find incredibly relaxing, and honestly, at this point, it's what I use to help me fall asleep. So yeah, that is that. So this is about half an hour, so I'm gonna stop it before it gets any longer. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a really, really lovely day. Bye.